What to say about this piece of crap? Hey, what's going on, everybody? Greg here. Let's just get into it, like if we haven't been there before. Rings. This film just came out in 2017, and it was directed by F. Javier Gutierrez. Rings. This movie has 4 stars in the movie, spaced out through different parts of the movie. And the cast of Rings is starring Matilda Lutz as Julia, Alex Rowe as Holt, Johnny Galecki as Gabriel, and Vincent D'Onofrio as Burke. All right, guys, let's get into this. Let's get into Rings. What did I think about this movie? Well, I've seen it before in a different movie called The Ring. It was virtually almost the same exact story as The Ring, as the original movie. But the problem I had with that is that they don't even give any reference to the first movie, except for that the tape that you see, which is now all over the internet, is the tape from the first Ring movie. But that's about it. So, in my opinion, this movie might as well just have been called Rings, the reboot of The Ring. Guys, this movie was not good. I'm telling you. I'm not on here just to knock a movie, but I'm going to tell you that I saw it and I was very unpleased with the movie. It's the same premise. We have Holt and we have Julia, their boyfriend and girlfriend. Holt goes off to college and she hasn't heard from him in a few days, so she goes and she tries and finds him. I'm not going to give any spoilers away, but throughout the movie, somebody watches the movie, because why wouldn't they? And then all of a sudden the phone rings. Hello?
7 days.
I knew I shouldn't have answered this phone call. And let me say something real quick, okay? I haven't answered an unknown number since I was like in 8th grade, and that was like a really long time ago. So I don't know why they couldn't just not watch the movie or let alone not answer the phone call, and they'll probably be fine 7 days later. Who knows? But the point is that somebody watches the movie, and now they need to go on this mission and figure out more of the deep down roots of Samara, who's the creepy girl from the well from the first Ring movie. And to be honest, it was just not good. It was very boring. The scene that you see in the trailers on the airplane, it was very Final Destination 1-esque, if you've seen Final Destination 1. It seemed a lot like that, even though I will admit that there were a few scenes that I actually did enjoy quite a bit. The airplane scene was actually one of my favorite scenes of the movie, and that was very short, and that was the very beginning of the film. And I'm not going to completely knock the movie. I have seen a lot worse horror movies. But this one just wasn't one of those really good ones. I remember about halfway through the movie, I was just like, oh my gosh, move on, move along, let's do this. Like, I'm so bored right now. That was the first time in a long time that I've seen a movie in the theaters where I was actually like, I could leave this movie and be fine. But I will give some props to the director, and I will give some props to the cameraman, because they were able to capture some angles that I thought were really cool with Samara, the evil well girl. I really enjoyed the way she came out of certain spots. I really enjoyed the way she walked. I thought it looked a lot better now. The CGI that they used on her to make her look like staticky, I thought that looked a lot better than it did back in the first movie, the first Ring movie. So I'll give them props on that. I thought that was pretty interesting. They had a lot of cool shots where there's a shot where Gabriel is looking out of the window and all the rain is coming upwards. Like, it's raining outside, but all the rain is going up instead of down. And that's kind of trippy. So I'll give the director some props for that. I thought that was pretty cool. Let's talk about the acting real quick. Julia and Holt, they were just up to par. That's it. They were up to par with your standard 2017 February horror movie. When they were being lovey-dovey and teenage romance with each other, I could not stand it. I can't stand that with almost any actor or actress unless they can pull it off, because it just comes off so completely corny. I don't like it. I don't like the sweet, subtle things that they say back and forth when they're undressing slowly. I can't stand it. I'm like, I just can't stand that. And then when it came down to the horror parts of it, or the discovering certain information or having certain visions or whatever may have happened throughout the movie, their acting was just very very monotone-ish. I didn't really like it too much. Parts where I think that I would have been extremely scared and been like, they handled it more so like I would have probably been running out the door, scared out of my mind if I would have seen some of the things that I saw. But I like their acting. I didn't think it was that believable, but it was passable. That's all I can say. I've seen worse. I've seen a lot better. It was passable. The two performances that I actually did enjoy quite a bit, which I didn't feel we got enough of, was Johnny Galecki's character, Gabriel. I thought he did very good. I've always been a fan of him ever since Roseanne back in the day, and also The Big Bang Theory. It's not my favorite show, but I do think he's a good actor, and I really did enjoy his performance in this movie. Also, Vincent D'Onofrio as Burke. I love that actor. If you haven't seen Daredevil on Netflix, you're wasting your time. You need to hurry up and go there right now and see that. He plays the Kingpin in that show. He's also played a lot of other really good roles in The Judge and whatnot. But he is very good. I really like that actor a lot. I thought he pulled off the role that he was playing as Burke, which I won't get into his role in the movie, but he does a very good job. His acting is really good. Those two characters were my two favorite easily. The two main characters are actually my least favorite. But I also want to say one more thing. At the end of the movie, this is not spoiler again, but at the end of the movie, the last shot I thought was really creative. The last picture that they got was really creative. And the whole ending scene, I actually enjoyed the end of the movie, not because it sucked, but the end of the movie more than any part in the whole movie. So if you do go and see it, which I wouldn't recommend wasting your money in the theaters to go see it, but if you do go see it, I think you might like the ending. If you have any similarities like I have, I think you might like it. I'm going to rate Rings a 2.5 out of 5 stars because I have seen a lot worse than this movie that would deserve a 1 or a 2 stars out of 5. And I've definitely seen a lot better. I really, really love certain horror movies. Signs is my favorite horror movie. But I would rate this a 2.5 out of 5. I thought it was watchable. I never will watch it again. I will never suggest you to see it in the theaters. But if it comes out and you want to rent it on Redbox or you want to download it, give it a shot. It's got a few jump scares. And maybe you might like it. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I really appreciate that. Thank you for everybody who's been subscribing so far. I've hit 50. I know it's a small number, but it matters a lot to me. So thanks everybody so far who's done that. If you'd like to continue to help me out, please go down below, subscribe, like, and share my videos. I would really appreciate that. I would love to grow and be able to share more and more videos with you guys. So thank you everybody for watching. And remember when you go home to watch a movie, man.